Now, breaking news out of Canberra this afternoon, Independent MP Andrew Wilkie has accused HILLSONG of financial fraud after tabling thousands of documents detailing the church's financial records. Wilkie says, and he said this in Parliament under parliamentary privilege, he says that HILLSONG used private jets like Ubers and hid $80 million a year from the ATO.
Una nueva y grave acusación debe afrontar la iglesia HILLSONG y sus pastores, debido a que Andrew Wilkie, un miembro del Parlamento australiano, acusó públicamente al fundador de la iglesia, Brian Houston, y a otros famosos líderes, de lavado de dinero, evasión de impuestos y costosas compras que avergonzarían a una Kardashian, refiriéndose a las ostentosas y mediáticas hermanas de la farándula estadounidense. Pero la revelación de estos informes también trajo consigo los altísimos precios de los honorarios que la iglesia pagaba a invitados como Joyce Meyer, haciendo además una supuesta artimaña para que el dinero de la iglesia, libre de impuestos, termine en la fortuna personal de cada pastor.
Deputy Speaker, the criminality isn't limited to Australia, as evidenced by these documents, which show how honorariums are used to disguise income and avoid tax. For example, US Pastor Joyce Meyer enjoyed honorariums of $160,000, $133,000, $100,000 and $32,000. And US Pastor T.D. Jake received $71,000 and $120,000, with a staggering $77,000 worth of airfares to and from Australia thrown in. And in return, Mr Houston goes to America and received, you guessed it, Deputy Speaker, his own eye-watering honorariums. Moreover, Deputy Speaker, sending millions of dollars of Australian charitable donations overseas is illegal in some circumstances. And the documents also show disgraced former head of HILLSONG New York, Carl Lentz, being paid a salary of $220,000, most of it tax-free, and tens of thousands of dollars of church donations to run the New York Church's celebrity green room to cover catering and the cost of gifts for visiting celebrities. And in the UK, the documents show HILLSONG Australia guaranteed a $5.5 million loan for HILLSONG London to purchase the former Hippodrome nightclub, all from tax-exempt Australian income at a time when London was experiencing serious financial troubles. Mr Speaker, Madam Speaker, Deputy Speaker, I've verified that these documents are genuine and am shocked that when offered to the ATO, ASIC and ACNC last year under whistleblower legislation, not one of those agencies acted. And that is a failure of regulatory oversight every bit as alarming as HILLSONG's criminality. To remedy this, Deputy Speaker, I now seek leave to table the evidence provided to me by the whistleblower.
No es un secreto que HILLSONG es una iglesia con muchos recursos y muy adinerada. La prosperidad, debido al contexto económico en el que viven, no es un problema ético en sí, pero lo que denuncia el congresista y los detractores es la triangulación que hacían con el dinero para que los gastos de la iglesia terminen en la fortuna personal de cada predicador. Empezando con Brian Houston, según el documento revelado, él recibía un sueldo anual de $1 millón australianos como pastor de HILLSONG Global, lo cual no tiene una objeción ética. El problema es que cuando predicaba en otras de las iglesias de HILLSONG en el mundo, recibía hasta $20,000, además de costosos regalos. Estas decisiones, de invitarse mutuamente entre iglesias y pastores, hacía que el dinero libre de impuestos terminara en la fortuna personal de dichos pastores, que el congresista calificó como un club. Según un documento que muestra, dice que en 2021, 4 miembros de la familia Houston viajaron en avión con amigos a Cancún, México, para un retiro de lujo de 3 días, y facturaron en la iglesia $150,000 por ello.
What are the main allegations here?
Well, Sherry, the main allegations are that HILLSONG was hiding millions of dollars of money, millions of dollars of funds that it didn't declare publicly, and there are questions about whether it should have paid tax on that money. Andrew Wilkie has released it's thousands of documents. It was about 8, I counted 16, someone else said it was about 18 folders of documents. They're down in the table's office now and they're being scanned in as we speak. It shows the largesse of spending, private jets. Some of those jets were $50,000 in 1 month alone. There was a 3 days.
And
so
just to be clear, the allegation is that this is church funds.
This is church funds. Church funds spent, that's a good point there, Sherry.
Yep.
Church funds spent on private jets. So money that was paid for by tithes. So when you're in HILLSONG, you're asked to pay 10% of your income to the church. And it's being said that this was church funds used on private jets for pastors, including Brian Houston, who's now left the church. But also there was statements made about Phil Dooley, the current global pastor of Hillsong, and he was accused under parliamentary privilege of spending $42,000 on business class flights for him and his daughter to go to Guatemala.
También acusó al nuevo pastor global de HILLSONG, Phil Dooley, de mentir, ya que según el pastor global de HILLSONG, solo vuela en clase económica, pero los documentos muestran que registró más de $100,000 en 3 vuelos ejecutivos. Entre los lujosos gastos detallados por Wilkie, y pagado con el dinero de la iglesia, se encuentran un reloj Cartier de $6,500 para la esposa de Brian Houston, Bobby, $2,500 en equipaje Louis Vuitton, un reloj de $2,500 para Phil Dooley, 2 relojes por valor de $15,000 para Joel, entre otros gastos.
There were also allegations that have been raised about massive shopping sprees. Andrew Wilkie used very colourful language comparing it to the Kardashians, or a shopping spree that he said that the Kardashians would be embarrassed of. And also, I know you mentioned trips then, but also a family holiday to Mexico right during our COVID lockdown.
That's right. It was June 24, 2021, which is according to the credit card statement I just viewed in the tables office. And it was a 3-day trip which cost $150,000. That's 150,000 for 3 days. I'm not sure how you could spend that much money in 3 days.
So now we've put the claims to Hillsong today. I trust you have done the same. Have you received any response at all?
No, I contacted Hillsong on January 5, February 2, February 9, February 15, and I have not had any response to any of the questions that I've put to them. And I haven't put them, I just haven't heard back.
And these are, as you say, tens of thousands of documents. It sounds like Andrew Wilkie has had them, and you have as well, for up to 6 months now.
Yeah, well, Mr. Wilkie said in Parliament today that he had spent several months, 6 months actually, going through these documents, carefully checking them and verifying them. And he said in Parliament that these were genuine documents. And he sort of crunched the numbers on them and did come up with that figure of $80 million in undeclared income.
El ex pastor, Brian Houston, solo se limitó a contestar por Twitter que las afirmaciones del congresista y los documentos están fuera de contexto. Por su parte, el reemplazante de Brian Houston, Phil Dooley, usó gran parte de su último sermón para responder. Dooley se disculpó por el daño que Wilkie ha causado a la iglesia y dijo que lamenta que los hijos de los miembros tengan que sufrir el retroceso debido a las acusaciones falsas. A pesar de que Wilkie atestiguó que solo estaba divulgando la información para que los feligreses de HILLSONG pudieran saber cómo se gastaron sus diezmos, Dooley lo invierte para que su congregación se sienta atacada y perseguida personalmente por la noticia. Aunque apenas responde a algunas de las acusaciones, Dooley revela algunos cambios financieros que han realizado, incluido que 153 miembros del personal de HILLSONG renunciaron voluntariamente a sus funciones y aceptaron un paquete de renuncia, una reducción que resultaría en ahorros de $9.47 millones para la iglesia.